Okay. Welcome everyone to Inter's Racing League, round 8 in Netherlands. Sorry for the delay, we're trying to get some people in the lobby still. Let me just grab the map and the time. Okay, Netherlands, home of the Dutch GP. We do have 18 cars on the grid, we're just missing a Mercedes and Sauber. I think one of the reserves got moved to a Merc at last as we see a Red Bull going down the pit lane. Tyres for this weekend, C1, C2 and the C3 tyre compounds are being used for the drivers. And also, just a note on tyres. The one that is the tyre stress around this track is very high. The one that does suffer the most will be the front left. It will get on the graph that I was reading off, thanks to F1 or the Formula 1 page for their tyre stuff. Their left tyre is going to be maxed out. All the other tyres are around the minimum or halfway point. But yeah, tyre stress gonna be a higher for this track. High downforce, a lot of very long straight at the start finish line, so we'll see what the drivers are going to be using. We've already had tier 3 race here last night. Not sure I'm pretty sure we got a stream. They did 2 races because they wasn't able to do the Saudi Arabia GP last weekend due to some lobby issues, so they had 2 races last night. What I will do quickly, now that I remember it, I will turn my Steam to Do Not Disturb, so I don't know if you guys were seeing my Steam stuff, but you shouldn't be able to now. We're on board with Ashton for the first flying lap around turn 1 using all the curb on the exit turn 1. Now we go, I believe this is turn 4. Doesn't use as much as banking, keeps it very tight to the apex. I believe he's got Williams right behind him. I believe that's Oscar Piastri Goat, who's a reserve. Same with Ashton. So both reserves are going to be the first one set times full flat through, I believe that's turn 9 into turn 10. German is predicting a letter P win with Scotty second and Battlecat third. Interesting take. I would say Ashton going purple second sector, but instantly taken by the Williams, who's right behind him, up his gearbox almost. One that Aston looks like they might have spun all their own cars through, because I believe the Merc of FTR Powers is on a flyer coming into sector 2. To the line, Ashton will set the first time. Piastri go instantly beats that by a second, almost a second and a half. Ludo, though, beats Piastri's by 2 tenths, and the letter P goes faster by 4 tenths. Kelly is already out. That's... Where is that? Who's coming through? Never mind, I wasn't able to see it. But that would look like that on the XL was Jono having a massive slide. That corner, loading rifle looks like he had a spin second last corner again. His run up to the line. One of the Haas is going. I think one of the Haas is actually finishing the laps. It was Blur's finishing the lap. Got his P4 12.2. Fry start a lap. I believe Battlecat. No, that's Tetris coming along. 13th fall for their flying lap, but that might be a half hot lap, half cooldown lap. He might have backed out, we're not sure. What's the next car? Oscar, he's coming in. Jono's trying to get around Travis, so Sheldon will be the next one. Can Mertz finish 2 races in a row? Stay tuned. It is a stay tuned moment. I'm not sure if he finished last week because I wasn't able to stream the last weekend's race. I was doing something else. Little Sheldon 9.8 for the, and also a purple sector 3 one that has to come into the line. That was Ghost Rider. He goes 7 fastest. That's a Red Bull of Toys starting. believe Battle Cat is going to finish her lap. 10.237 for Battle Cat, so the times are very close between all the drivers, especially at the front of the field, except for especially the ones that are in the 9s already. I think Darken shows he's come to start his lap. Same with Scotty's behind, also starting his lap. Jump on board with Jono. Let's see what Jono's able to do. Let me know in chat if the stream's going fine. I haven't done this for a week, so I'm not sure if the stream is like... with the sayings I'm doing, I don't know if the stream is going good or not. Jono to P9, 10.424, puts it behind the loading rifle by half, I believe that's half a tenth slower. Callie, looks like Callie actually left in a DNF their car. You got a steering glitch. Never heard that one before. Do you mean you got a force feedback glitch, or Toys goes 12 fastest at 11.1. Next one will be Dark End to actually finish his lap, and then we got Scotty. Crispy still in the pit lane. I wonder if Crispy is gonna have the same issue he's been having the last few weeks. For some reason his game doesn't let him go out of the garage as Dark End goes to the third place with 9.7, Scotty to 11 with a 10.712. So times are close. These are all banker times and they're all very close. Well, looks like Powers didn't want to finish his lap. Or he might have, as the Alpine's parked in an awkward spot. You can't get control of your car because your car is currently DNF'd. But if you've loaded your setup, you should be fine for the main race. So my suggestion is you stay in a session, you should have control of your car on the start of the race. Lost all power. Lost all power to the wheel? I'm guessing? Letter P is going to be starting the lap. Which Ferrari was the first one? Was it Battle Cat? But I believe Ashton's on the first one and then it's Battle Cat. So, oh no, that's not Ashton, that's Toys. But Ashton is on a flying lap. So Ashton 2/10 up on his time. This will improve his time, won't improve the position. They're just kind of touching the grass out of the last corner though. To the line, 11.0. Actually puts it ahead of his teammate, who's on a flying lap behind him. Now he is flying 1.1 seconds up on his time. This will put it to a 109, a high 109 currently. Needs to find a couple more tenths to put on pole. Could have found it runs out of battery. You can see by the flashing light on the back of the car. It goes to a 110.0, about 1.1 second improvement, 2P5. Then we got not Tetris. We got Battle Cat to the line. He's starting his lap. We got one RB's lone rifle. He's in the pit lane. I don't know if Scotty's on a lap. I don't know if Blurs is on a lap. See what Scotty does, and then who's behind Scotty? We got letter P. Scotty to the line, what was he able to do? Ollie improves by half a tenth. Letter P looks like he's starting again. Blur's going 4 tenths quicker, puts it in front of Sheldon into P4. One that kicks out is that's Ludo coming around the final corner. Let's see if he's able to improve his time. I didn't get the sector times. No, he's starting his lap. One ass behind starting that lap. Tetris out of fuel. To the final corner. Oscar into the pit lane. Red Bull into the pit lane. No, Red Bull going across the line. Who was that just crossed? Ashton crossed the line just then. I believe Sheldon also crossed the line to start their lap. Powers also crossed the line to start their lap. I would say, just a note, I am solo commentary today, so if I miss something, it's not my fault. there's a lot to keep track of, and I'm only one person. Letter P to the line. What's he able to do? Looks like he's down on the line. Actually, never mind. He goes for almost 3 tenths quicker, puts it into P1. Scotty comes across the line. I think he's starting again. Blurs into the pit lane. Same with Darby in front. John is starting a lap. Go to Ghost Rider. 6 tenths improvement. Goes up to P11. So midfield very close. One Alpine's cross the line. I don't know which one. Mertz crossed the line, goes P2. Then Little Sheldon beats Mertz, goes P2. So total field very, very close. Powers to the line, 110.2 for their first time on the board. That puts them straight batting dead in the middle of everyone. Only 2,000 between him and Battlecat. I believe Battlecat is leading the championship, so Battlecat will want to get a strong result here to extend that lead. Crispy actually finally able to get on track. It's the first time I've actually seen him on track in qualifying. On board Scotty, he's going through the final corner, and then he's got Blairs. Scotty 3 tenths faster, puts out the P13. It's got Crispy behind as Jono improves by, I believe that was 6 tenths. You actually went up to P6. As Mertz, he's kind of do another time. He's actually improved his time by 1/10. He doesn't move from his position, no. So we'll jump on board with Crispy, because Crispy hasn't done a lap. Kelly. So what you need to... So just stay in the session, don't leave. Your car at the moment is DNF, so your car can take control. Just stay in the lobby, and you should have control when the qualifying ends, and you get to the grid. If not, I don't know what we would do about that. I don't know what admins put in place for that. So Crispy did a 10.6, almost a 10.7 across the line. If not, he has to completely restart the game. Good. One disconnect, nothing play on. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Okay, looks like Merce is gone again. I believe he's on, like, his tires are 2 laps old. He's gonna have to come in. As it looks like Red Bull are playing the slipstream game, so Toys leading by Ashton for this little slipstream train on their final runs of the session. And then we got Wonder Fries, I believe that's Tetris behind us. Toys actually giving a decent tow to Ashton. He's actually pulled off into the banking to give, after giving Ashton that tow. Might have gave him a bit of dirty air into turn 3, but it doesn't really matter. We're on board with Red Bull though. As we have a Drop Bear, who was our other reserve. He's in the session now in the other Mercs. He might be able to get a qualifying lap, and maybe, as we're on board with Ashton, he's actually just 7 tenths down, so I don't think that tow worked, but he's gonna give a massive tow to Tetris, who's right behind him. Yeah, Rations into the pit lane, so as Tetris to the line, 1/10 improvement for the Ferrari driver. Doesn't improve his position though. Toy starting his lap, his real lap this time. It's not giving anyone a tow, so we'll sit on board with Red Bull driver for this flying lap. I believe that's one Ludo's finishing his lap. And then we got Better Cat also starting his lap. Oh, as Toys is actually spun up. out of turn 4 on the exit. Probably too much, just a tad too much curb. Just a tad. Hopefully he has enough fuel to go again. We'll sit on board with the sailboat at Purple Sector 1. I believe he's backed out. And we'll jump on board with Battle Cat. I didn't see a Sector 1 split, so we're gonna have to guess. I believe Battle Cat is up on his time. I'm not entirely sure. So Drop Bear, he looks like he's got out of the garage, so he's gonna be able to set 1 lap. He's only got 1 lap to put a good time in. Yeah, we'll see by the Battle Cat. He's currently equal with his time at the moment. Coming to the final 2 corners of the circuit. Taking all the curb he can on the exit without actually bottoming out on that curb. I know you can bottom out on that curb and it's not fun. You will end up in the wall. As it comes to the line, he barely improves his time. Stays P10. We believe Jono, he started. Piastri did finish his lap. He went 1/10 quicker. I don't know who's on the lap and who's not. Blaz is on the outlap. Ludo's on a flyer, so he's restarted. Crispy's on the outlap. Ashton is on a flyer. Oh, he's starting a flyer. Is that Tetris? Yep, Tetris coming to the line. He's 1/10 down though. What's he able to do? I don't think he improved. Letter P, he just started his lap. I think Jono, he started his lap. So I think Battlecat's the first one, and then it's Ludo. Battlecat to the line. Was he able to do? It doesn't look like he improved Ludo's into the box. Oscar went 6 fastest. I didn't quite catch him. He went 3/10 faster than his fastest time. We'll go to loading rifle. I'm starting to lose a lot of drivers on this track map. Loading rifle to the line improves his time to P7. We'll go to Powers though, that's behind. I think that's Blurs in the background, got into the pit lane. Powers doesn't look like he improved on his time. Go to Crispy, is he improved? He's got 16 fastest. Ashton across the line. We also got Mertz across the line. I don't think he improved. We'll jump to Darken. I believe that's Letter P right behind him. So Darken to the line. Was he able to do? I don't think he improved. We jumped to Letter P. He didn't improve. Jono goes 7 fastest. One of the Mercedes into the pit lane. Drop Bear to the line. He stays 17 fastest. And I believe Scotty moved up to P11 across the line at the end. I believe he moved from P14 to P11. We jump on Battle Cat coming around the front of the corner. Then it's Ghost Rider. And then we got one more driver on the lap. Battle Cat to P7. Ghost Rider is currently pitting onto Powers, who's currently on a flyer. Equal with his time at the moment. Around the final corner, around the long banking. It's not really a corner, to be honest, in my opinion. It's just a banked straight. 1/10 slower, so I might have run out of energy at the final end. We wait for those people to get pushed in. Guys, can we just like hit the retire button when we enter pit lane? Like, please. It saves time. To be honest, this gives me a breather. And that is your standings. Ludo actually doing his fastest lap on the medium tyre. So Ludo could have gone quicker. He did his fastest on the medium tyre. But that is your grid for now. Letter P will start on pole position with Little Sheldon starting in the front row. Then it's Mertz, Blurs, Dark and Shadow, and Piastri for the top 6. Your championship leader, Battlecat, signed 7th next to Jono. Lone Rifle and Toys will be 5th row, and then Ludo, Scotty, Powers, Ghost Rush, Tetris, Crispy, Drop Bear, Ashton, and Cully, who wasn't actually able to do a lap after leaving the session. Hello Cam, how are you doing? I am currently doing solo comms and I'm already out of breath and I've only done qualifying. I did get weather, thank you Ashton, who is in the Red Bull Reserve. See, he actually sent me the weather. Let me go grab it. So we're gonna start off, apparently the weather that's been set, we're gonna have rain later on in the race. Not sure when, but we're gonna have rain at some point. At some point in the session, there will be rain. Alright, we'll just wait for the drivers to make their adjustments to setups, their tyres, what they want to choose. Probably trying to predict when the rain is going to hit the circuit. We're going to have I feel like a lot of transmission changes, front wing changes, diff changes, as we're going 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we're going to be underway. It looks like Sheldon getting an excellent start next to Letter P. Letter P getting a better start though. We're on one of the RBs trying to go 3-1 in turn 1. We're going too wide between the whole field. Blood's making up a spot on Merce. Merce obviously dropping down. Dark and Shadow saying just behind us. Dark and actually trying to look for a little dive on Merce. So we've got Laura tussling at the back. Toys has already dropped. We're going 3 wide down this little straight as Powers is, I believe he moved up to P12. I'm not sure where he started. Looks like Callie's had an excellent start, all the way up until P14 from last on the grid. As everyone is just settling into a rhythm now, everyone going single file through the sector, no side by side. As I say that, looks like Ludo was looking to go side by side with with the Ferrari just ahead of him, as we got a yellow flag. Ashton just been tapped around, I believe. We already got a gap forming towards the back. Scotty's almost out of there. Oh, well, he was almost out there. As Callie's gone side by side with Tetris down to turn 1. Gets moved on nice and early. We jump to the front of field. Letter P is still your race lead with little Sheldon behind. Sheldon showing great pace at the moment. All over the back of Letter P. Little Sheldon going a little bit drifty. I know Sheldon's also on the controller, so sliding will not be helpful. We are going to... what do you call this part of the track? I forgot. I know there's a name for it, but I forgot what that part of the track is. It looks like Power's getting overtaken by Callie. So Callie already up to P12. 3 people starting the starts. We got Disabled, Crispy, Tetris, and Callie all starting on the sauce, as Tetris trying to get past against the believe I think that was a little bit of contact by Powers into the braking zone, actually unsettled the Ferrari in the braking. Yeah, but 3 people on the sauce, 1 person on the hard, Merc of a drop there at the back on the hard tyre. We currently got Ashton, who's in last on on the mediums in 19th, due to lap 1 again turned around. As looks like Blur's trying to look for a way around Sheldon. We already got quite a gap forming between the P12 and 13, about 1.5 seconds to this train at the back. I forgot to hide the UI. I apologize. I forgot to do that. So Dark and Shadow looks like he's trying to size up and move on Merce. He actually goes quickest overall as well, 12.249 for the quickest time. What I will do quickly, just give me a second. Hopefully that no one makes any moves. I'm gonna turn the game down a tiny bit. Scotty's trying to find his way through Powers. Looks like Powers had a little bit of issue. Looks like Kelly's dropped back out of DRS. Tetris almost gaining it back. So Kelly on those softs is already starting to struggle. About 1.4 seconds the gap was. Mert's looking strong, and Devastator's giving him to lap 7 to Binner as a... We've got side-by-side action between Mertz and Blurs. They actually dropped DRS to the top 2, so the top 2 can just run away with it now. And that's not going to help. Mertz will not be happy about that because he's just lost DRS and he's going to get passed by multiple cars. Here comes Blurs down the inside. He's made the move. We also go side-by-side with the leaders. Sheldon's made the move on a Dark and Shadow down the inside. There's a little bit of end plate damage going off Oscar Piastri's car, I believe. So damage to the Williams already, and it's only lap 5. This has brought Ludo and Battlecats very close to this train. This has actually put everyone behind, almost back within DRS. Kelly just only 1/10 out of that DRS. As Blurs, he's made up that 1 second gap to letter P already. So Blurs already back into DRS after losing it, after going side by side with Mertz. Looks like everyone's back within DRS. And do I see raindrops? We got rain, boys! Rain has hit the track. You can just see it faintly. Rain is starting to fall for these drivers. We already got someone into the pits. That's Oscar Piastri go into the pit lane. This is too early. You should have just stayed out. It's way too early for inters. That is a bold call from all those drivers, Jono, Mert, McLaren, Mercedes, and Williams. All Mercedes power engine cars, all within the box. Except Aston. Aston decides to keep Ghost Rider out. Aston has had a spin at turn 4. He's actually hit the wall and lost his end plate, so he's gonna have to pit again. It looks like Jono got a illegal. Polo loves the rain. I do love the rain. The rain is my favorite thing about racing. It's so fun. Any sim with rain, it just makes it more fun. Looks like letter P is struggling a little bit with traction. Shouldn't be that hard. We actually got contact at the back between Powers and Oscar. Oscar's actually lost an end plate already, and he's just come out, so that Williams is gonna not be able to turn, as Oh, drop there, 10-second speed in pit lane penalty. And it's raining. That's not what you want as letter P going a bit sideways on exit. This has opened the door for Blurs. Blurs already up his gearbox. Mertz falling further and further away from this top three. Almost 1 second is out. We already have a 3-second gap to the lone rifle behind, so this is currently a 7-way train. So it looks like Oscar Piastri, he's continued on with that damage, but he would have lost out massive to the top 7. And I'm just gonna point this out. The drivers on Inters have made the wrong call. Cause Jono is not able to turn that car. We got a Mercedes in the wall. That's Powers. He's lost the end plate as well. Merce into the pit lane. This will be for a change of tires. Probably to the Inters. Also got Callie into the pit lane. That's also a speed in pit lane penalty to the Alpine as well. So Alpine double stacking and one of them gain a speeding in pit lane pen. Bloods didn't make the move on letter P. I sadly missed it. Toys also made the move on loaded rifle. So both trains are making moves. Little Sheldon still in the lead. As Tetris is forming another 3-way train behind Scotty. It looks like those softs are starting to die off a bit as Sheldon goes sliding through, I believe that's turn 11. I'm not quite sure. I don't know the turn numbers. As Powers another 10-second spin in pit lane. That's both Mercs with speed in pit lane penalties. As we have everyone into the box. Oh, Battle Cat. As Toys and Scotty still think it's dry enough to keep going. As Blurs, that has to be a mistake. Blurs has made a blunder. Blurs has screwed this up. He's put the hard tie on. Merce has pulled a masterclass. Alpine is currently leading. The second driver currently P12 at the moment, 2 seconds back, so would have lost a bit of time from that double stack. But Merce currently leading this train. Scotty making a move on Toys. So actually, they're going side by side. They're both sliding. Toys with a massive slide on the exit. Still side by side with Scotty. How are they going to determine this corner? Looks like the braking was fine, but Scotty touching the gravel, put some gravel on the track. That's not going to help his traction. Oh, we got Ghost Rider in. Oh, wait, who's that? That's Powers. Powers is taking out Ghost Rider. As Muds! Woo! What is happening? Muds almost had to dip it in the grass to avoid. Oh, this is a safety car. Safety car is called for the drivers. Powers has put it into a wall. See if I can. So it was just on the exit of the banked corner. This has saved the Blurs because the Blurs put on the wrong tire. This has helped Toys and Scotty massively because now they are provisional, or they are P6, P5 respectively. Oh, this is interesting. At least there's a safety car. I can catch my breath. So, kind of like race rundown. Mertz P1 did the undercut on Little Sheldon, got the position, got a 2-second gap, all undone by the safety car. Little Sheldon in P2, Valero P, and Dark End Shadow. Then Scotty Toys, who just came into pit lane as the safety car gets called, so they got lucky. Blurs had to pit again for another set of inters. Ghost Rider is on the hard tyres, so I think Ghost Rider made a mistake and didn't switch the tyres. That's probably what Blurs did, so Ghost Rider doing the same thing Blurs has done and forgetting to switch. Early DNF is Powers. Ghost Rider will be fuming, I believe, in his car after what just happened before the safety car was called. I don't know if I caught it well because the leaderboard was in a way, but it looked like Powers took out Ghost Rider for coming into the second last corner. Pause for 30 seconds. Why am I pausing? Just remember to TPs who are watching. No AI is allowed under safety car. The allowed time is about 30 seconds of AI, and then you have to be out of it. But you need a reason, I believe, for the AI use. If I'm remembering that right. What is happening here? They were almost stopped on the corner. Ghost Rider almost ran in Piastri. That would have ended badly. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we rerun standard damage. Let me check the thing. Yeah, so drivers are allowed 23 seconds of AI use under safety car conditions. But I believe you need an acceptable reason for the safety car, for the AI use. Let's jump onto Little Sheldon behind Merz, because safety car is in this lap. As it looks like Merz isn't gone. Little Sheldon's having to hit the brakes. That's not good. As Little Pig gets the jump on him, there goes a bit of wing. That's Scotty's end plate gone as Toys sends it down the inside, makes it 3 wide into turn 1. Still side by side, Little Sheldon and Letter P. Little Sheldon trying to go down the inside of at turn 3. Dark End Shadow trying to go around the outside of turn 4. Scotty missing end plate on his left, so Scotty will be struggle street for turning, but it won't be that bad because it is raining, so you don't need that much minimum speed to turn the car. You can use throttle, modulate the throttle to turn the car. As looks like Dark End Shadow trying to go down the inside of Little Sheldon. As Merz is flying, as we got a Ferrari just going way wide at the back. Tetris, and we got side-by-side action with Bettercat and Ludo into, I believe this is chicane. I think Ghost Rider's gone off. I think we actually have contact at the back. Someone's gone through the gravel. So let's go to Piastri. He's gone through the gravel side-by-side with Ashton and Tetris. As Tetris goes straight on it, I believe he's missing an end plate. He is. He's actually missing his whole right side, so he's going to have to be forced to pit. Looks like Jono and Crispy side by side turn 1. Who's going to get the move done? That's Jono just, okay. Johnny just giving Crispy a whack on the exit and pushing him off track, so that might be looked at by Shoulds. Just watch Sheldon's PV. It looks like Merz brake check before going on the restart. Yes, I was on board with Sheldon on the restart. It looked like a brake check, but since we are asked to not show telemetry, I cannot be certain if it was or not. We got a little bit of contact. It looks like Oscar, Piastri, and Ashton have come together. believe that's turn 10. So the rain is causing a bit of chaos for these drivers. I think it was the game controller's car throttle. So as again, we need proof. I am a tier 2 steward, so I will be looking at these as well. I will be using, if someone's reporting I caught on stream, I will put stream footage there for extra evidence. As Ludo is into the pit lane for a new wing. Scotty holding up toys a bit. Almost put it out of a second, but second doesn't matter. There is no DRS in the rain because it'll just be way too dangerous for the drivers. As Oscar has decided to do a pit and quit in the pit lane. As Ludo back on track. As Ashton is in the final points paying position. As a lot of drivers seem to be struggling. As looks like Toy's making a move on Scotty at turn 12. I think this is turn 12. Someone let me know. Is that turn 12 or 11? I can't remember. Oh, as Sheldon with a massive slide in the braking. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if that was me or Sheldon lagging, but now he's missing an end plate. Did anyone else see that? Did he lag on my screen? That's weird. As Sheldon was looking for a move on to dark and doesn't get it done. So currently Mertz, Letter P are your two leaders. Mertz holding the lead since the safety car restart. Letter P gaining a position on little Sheldon, who was leading in the drive for a long time. It's currently falling down due to the wing damage and that rain at the moment. It's currently got 07 toys all over the back of them. As Sheldon going a bit sideways through the fast right. A lot of understeer on that car as Toys sends it down the inside. Sheldon has to give him the room because the car is there now. And Toys makes a pass into P4. Do we have any other moves? Blurs looks like he's caught up to... I don't know if Blurs are caught up or he was here the whole time. But Blurs and Battlecat are right behind this train, so if someone makes a mistake, they could capitalize off it. Carly, who tried to do the undercut, or did the undercut with Mert, currently sitting P10 with drivers around them on younger tyres. So this will be struggle street, and Carly also has a 10-second penalty to their name. So does Ashton. Those are the penalties that are currently up. Is 2 10 seconds for both drivers, or 10 seconds for both drivers, one each. Scott and Barricade legal barrier. They were? Okay, this is what I mean. Since I'm solo commentary, I'm gonna miss a lot of stuff, so it's not my fault. This is hard. I forgot how hard solo comms are with just keeping track of stuff. Looks like Battlecat has settled down for now. He's not trying to make a move. Blurs behind Scotty, he's not really doing anything. They are P1, P2 tier ranking. Ah! Hard solo. Not fun. It's good but not fun. Well, actually no, I'm having fun, I'm gonna be tired as hell after this. As Toys choosing for the very banked line. Not sure if that works in the game. I don't think it does, but he's all over the back of Darkender. After that. Because Darkender actually brings the end of his car almost around. Ludo decided to pit and quit, so that's another car out. Only one on-track retirement, both other retirements in the pit lane. As Bootleg Alpine and P1. I have no idea. Anyway, Lewis, how are you doing? As one of the Red Bulls is off. I think that's Ashton. He's gone off. I think that's in the gravel. Yes, Ashton's had a trip through the gravel. That's gonna let Tetris go by. Anyway, back up to the P4 fight. Does Toys make a move on the RB? No. Oh, he had a thought about it, actually. So currently in the wet, because it's wet, yeah. It's raining, no one's actually passing at all. We're just training as I say that dark end and let it appear going side by side. Hello, Toys. Toys going around the outside. Turns into the inside for the long right-handed. Oh, a little bit of contact between Dark End. Oh, he's almost cut across Sheldon. Oh. But that puts Toys into P3. I don't know what happened to letter P, but I think letter P had a little bit of a moment out of turn 4. Not quite sure what happened there. Looks like Battlecat not trying to make a move on Scotty. I'm very interested if we're just going to have light rain or if this is going to turn into heavy rain by the end of the race. Watson has potentially ending this year because of your Kali. I didn't even know that was happening. To be honest, they might find another sponsor if that happens. Maybe. Who knows? I don't really keep up with F1 sponsor news. I just look at the driver news. As Carly, he's into the pit lane. He, they, them, she, I don't know who, but they are in the pit lane. Haas owns 9 mil. Oh, Jesus. Alright, let's go through the position changes. So, letter P, he started pole. He's currently in second. Mert started, I believe, third place. He's currently up to first place. Toys, who started 10th, he's currently found his way up to third after that miracle of a safety car that actually saved his living behind. Dark and Shadow up 1 from P5. Little Sheldon down 3 from second. Blurs, he's down 2. Would be high if he didn't butcher the hards on his pit stop. I don't know why he went hards. Scotty up to P7. I believe he started P11. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. They want the team access to conversations or something like the cars. I mean, next year they're making new cars anyway, so give them this year's cars so they and because they're making new cars. Done. There's your 9 mil. Blurs for the game will auto put hards on, or inters on? No. Yeah. If it's dry to wet, you have to manually do it unless Jeff or Mark gives you the strategy for inters. Oh god, I got a hiccups now. He forgot his menu select inters. Well, that's just a skill issue in my opinion. Haas is not allowed to leave Netherlands with the cars. That I feel like is misleading information somewhere. Heard from the spokesperson? Even if you heard from the spokesperson, they still mislead what they say to public. What they do actually depend to what they do in public is different. So that PO, he tried. He really tried. I saw toys down the inside. He's got the move on letter P. I wasn't even watching because the camera was terrible. Toys up to P2. He's gonna try and move for P1. You can see it. We're gonna have a Red Bull. We're gonna have a new leader into P1. Dark and Shadow trying to make a move on letter P. We have a look. What's happened? Battle Cat has dropped all the way to 10th. They already had Dutch Feather House guards in there. Even if they are told they have to do it, I doubt everyone would let them do it. Oh, what the? That's lag. I doubt everyone would let them do it because they need the cars for the championship, so it's not going to happen. We will know if it's true if it does happen after the weekend, but I doubt it's going to happen. If they are not at the next race weekend, it's not happening. As we got Battle Cat and Scotty into the pit lane. Scotty. Wait, no, Battle Cat almost ran in the back of Scotty and giving him a 10-second. Toys is all over the back of Mertz here. There's no moves as being forced by these drivers. Oh, it's little Sheldon. He really tried there because another piece of the end plate gone from the McLaren. That's a lot of turning not going to be happening for that car. Devastator would be sweating. One of your cars is heavily damaged on the front wing. You gotta call that in. I'm giving it a black flag. Call it in. Get that wing replaced. There's no way Sheldon keeps going. You're mad. Why do you keep going? Everyone's gonna have to pit again for new inters anyway. No, these inters are not going to the end. There's no way. As letter P down inside. Toys almost giving Toys a spin at turn 4. Darken tried to go up and under on them, but Sheldon was there. As Toys trying to go down inside of Mertz at the fast right hander. Mertz having none of it though. Closes the door as blurs down the inside of little Sheldon. Almost pushing him onto the curb as Jono's going down the inside of little Sheldon. There goes loading rifle down the inside of little Sheldon, but turns to the outside. Sheldon giving him a good old whack in the braking zone. Inters go to the end. Inters will go to the end, but they will be terrible. Just look at this. You have 11 cars in the same part of the track. They will be roughly 50%, yeah. At that point, new inters will just be like 3 seconds quicker. Who was on comms? It's literally just me checking. I'm the only one here. I'm having the time of my life just talking nonsense. Because nothing's happening. Actually, letter P's down the inside. That's a bit of contact. Still side by side on exit. Bit of wheel spin for the Williams driver. Toy stays ahead. I love the game if it gives me a good angle. This little Sheldon gets passed by. Okay, I said this race. This was gonna make me tired. I'm already tired. Little Sheldon getting passed by a lone rifle before the right-hander. Who are you? I am Pepsi. It's literally only me here. A Polo Pepsi is your sole commentator. And I don't know. I'm tired as hell. I need a breather. I need another safety car to give me a breather. Coke is better than Pepsi. I kind of agree with you, but I don't at the same time. Someone's in the box. Jono's in the box. As Dark End down inside of Toys, as Toys gets boxed in, as P goes spinning around, that's contact between Dark End and Letter P. So Letter P taking one mistake from any driver and you fall to the back of the train. It just takes one mistake. Well, because of this, Blurs now has damage. He is missing a right end plate. He's going to be holding up P3 and down for quite a bit as Toys is chasing down Mercs. I believe I don't know how many reserves are left. Oh, as Ghost Rider giving Letter P a little bit of an argy-bargy as Ghost actually has damage to his right end plate. So we've got side by side with Crispy and Loading Rifle, I believe it was, as Drop Bear's trying to make a move on Crispy. I can't quite do it as let's see if Toy. I don't know what's happened. Wait, no. Sheldon made a move on Loading Rifle. Wait, I'm so confused. Crispy's actually had a little half spin, it looked like. So Sheldon's gone ahead of Crispy. Oh, no, of Loading Rifle. I'm losing the car positions. Oh, I can't read the leaderboard account. Yeah, so Crispy, he's currently into pit lane. Probably getting a new inters and a new wing, I don't know. Battlecat, I believe, pitted for new inters with Scotty. And Jono pitted the last lap. So Battlecat has dropped John and Scotty by about 4 or 5 seconds. And he's rapidly closing on this top field. Now, I hope some engineers are watching these times, because the only way to pass in the wet is to either have a pace advantage or a tyre advantage. And I hope that engineer is watching. Does Toys have damage? I don't believe he does, but Blur suddenly has damage. It doesn't look like it's affecting his car because he's flying. We've got a bit of gaps. Got gaps forming between all drives. That's a good one again. Alpine is all in a chat, so you're all supporting each other. We love to see it. We love to see as Ghost Rider, he's all. Letter P and Ghost Rider are both around at turn 4. Here comes Battlecat. There goes through Battlecat. He's got the move. So Battlecat, as I believe he's. Let's keep on leader for the moment. So if the top 3 were to pit, they will come out around P11 or P10 ish. P7, P10, P11. So. And at the moment, doesn't look like Battlecat is catching on the straights, but in the corners and break-ins is when he catches. Oh, Merce and Toys are both in the wall! Oh dear. What's happened here? This is giving Blurs the race lead. Mertz is down to P6 with wing damage. Toys is in the box for a new wing. Toys is also retired on track, or not on track, in the pit lane. Mertz put him in a wall? I don't know. I wasn't on board. I was watching Battle Cat because Battle Cat is actually rapidly catching the top first place at this point. He's only 10 seconds or 11 seconds away now. In Battle Cat, he's caught up to Letter P. Toys took him out. Well, I guess I'm gonna be watching it later because I'm gonna have to do the tier 2 stuff. Tier 2 shorts. Fun. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of carryover penalties for these drivers. Sheldon took Mites out around my Fios Mites for the quick got 10. Mainly because fuck, I can't remember the round one, but I know whoever was trying to pit got the pen. Whoever was trying to enter pit lane was the one that got penned. Win taken away from a reserve. Yeah, it sucks, but it's racing. Mistakes happen like that. Now, was it a mistake or was it understeer? Because if it was understeer, you can't really, like, if it was sudden understeer, you can't really account for it to happen at that moment. So at the moment, Battlecat, he did catch letter P on newer tires, but he's not unable to get past Battlecat. Oh, letter P, I mean. Ashton is sideways across track. He's going out of the way quickly enough so the leaders don't crash into the side. RB at the moment currently getting the best result possible, 3rd and 4th respectively. Now the question is, are they told to hold position or are they free to fight? I'm gonna have to assume hold position because I'm pretty sure loading rifle is a reserve for tier 2. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, another yellow flag. I think Ashton's had another spin at the back. As we watch back, as he able to get the move on letter P. He has the tires, he has the pace advantage. But it doesn't look like he's able to get close enough to the Williams driver. As Blurs is dropping time to Sheldon. Apparently the missing 2 M plates not really killing Sheldon's pace at the moment. He's actually going faster than Blurs. So this is interesting. As I say that, Sheldon has lost 8 tenths in the middle sector. And a further 5 tenths in that chicane. Now you think that since Battlecat has better tires, he will be able to pass. As Letter P giving Mertz a good old whack into the gearbox out of turn 1, as Mertz has to brake a bit harder to turn the car. Was Drop Bear. What's happened to Drop Bear? He was so far ahead of this little train. Now he's dropped back. He's actually getting passed by Letter P. Currently side by side. Letter P's up ahead. Drop Bear back now nice and early so they don't go side by side into this little chicane roundabout type corner. I swear there's a name for it. I just can't remember the name. 3 laps to go for these drivers in Netherlands. 3 laps into dry still as Battlecat going around the outside of Drop Bear, actually touching the wall on the outside. So I don't know if he got damage from that. He probably didn't. Got the move done. Looks like Drop Bear's actually having a tough time with those tires. With those tires. Oh my lord, I'm yawning so much. Dark End's tires are done compared to Rifle, so oh yeah, okay, I can see it. Lone Rifle has dropped Dark End's shadow by a margin, surely, but then the race of Dark End is still close enough. They're gonna switch positions at the end of the lap to give Dark End the most points. Tetris having a little spin at turn 4. This actually might promote Kelly up one more spot into P13. As Drop Bear is actually having a ton of issues with his tires. He dropped to Ghost Rider now. As Battlecat's still trying to find a pass the Letter P. Can't really seem to get the run on him. It looks like he's got the run now, but Letter P also has the run on Nerds. You can see how early Battlecat is braking for the corner to avoid hitting Mertz and Letter P, as Letter P is still taking a shallow line with Mertz, almost in the back end. Dark End Shadow's tires must be fully gone because he's dropped so much time. He's dropped 4 seconds to his teammate, and he's back with Mertz and Letter P at the moment. Dark End is on puncture and Rifle is 20% lower. Does Dark End have damage? Because that does not make sense. As Mertz trying to make the move on Dark End. Dark End, in my opinion, if you're with Dark End, Checkered, I would just not fight drivers. I would tell your driver not to fight, because if you fight in puncture territory, you're definitely getting a puncture and you're in a wall. 2 laps remaining for this race. Blur still leads to Little Sheldon, who's actually dropped quite a bit. He's now 5 seconds back of Blur. So Mertz has gone down the inside of Dark End. A little bit of contact between the 2 drivers, as this allows Letter P to get through as well. A little contact between those 2 against the Dark End, actually getting very wiggly with it. As Battlecat giving Dark End a little slap up the rear. See, this has brought everyone into one train. This is not the race that Battlecat wanted. I believe Battlecat's the one that's leading the championship. I'm not quite sure. It looks like Dark End almost went sideways. It's 3 wide on the exit. Okay, they all got through nice and clean. No contact. Scotty trying to go around the outside. Scotty drifting around the outside. Jono he keeps a place on him as Battlecat gets past Mertz. So Mertz looks like he had a mistake and Battlecat has gone past. Same with letter P. I'm just going to quickly check now. Who's leading tier 2? Battlecat over Scotty. So currently, what Battlecat is just mainly focused on is finish in front of Scotty. You will extend if you just finish in front of Scotty at the moment. Battlecat leading by 44 points overall. Well, that's going to extend it more because Scotty is currently stuck behind traffic. Dark End, 10-second penalty for speeding. He got a puncture, I think. I think Darken. I'm not sure. Check flag confirm with me if he got a puncture, but that rear right or rear left looked like it was punctured. So I'm not sure. So we have a Mercedes in the wall, and we got another puncture on the left. Rear left for drop bear is punctured, so it looks like most of these drivers are into puncture territory, so this could change massively, but it doesn't matter because Bloods are coming around the final corner of the race. He's going to end up in P1, no puncture for the Haas driver. Sheldon will come home in second, and we got Loading Rifle to finish third for RB after his teammate grabs a puncture. Letter P will finish in front of Battlecat, so Letter P is slowly catching him as Battlecat finishes 5th ahead of John and Mertz, Ghost and Scotty. Scotty, a little bit of damage control. A few instances caught up for some of the drivers, but well managed for some of these drivers. I was expecting a bit of more chaos on the rain transition, but there wasn't that much chaos. As Crispy finishes 11th, and Cully and Tetris 11-12 Dark End will finish 13th. Drop Bear will come home in 14th. Actually passes Drop Bear even with the puncture on his rear left. As Ashton is, why Ashton gonna finish into the pit lane? Okay. As we wait for the game to give me the result screen, hopefully it gives me the result screen so it doesn't tick over. As we see Blurs taking the top set. For some reason it skipped the walking out scene for some reason, so we only get this. Okay. So Blurs will take the win, Little Shell in second, and Loading the Rifle 3rd place overall. Good results for reserve drivers. A bit of a shocking race for some of the reserves in the field, but it's racing, mistakes happen. We will definitely see reports put in by the stewards during the week, and that will be all dealt with. Please give me the results before the timer runs out. I only got 10 seconds. I'm not going to get the penalties. I'm not even going to get the results. My game is... Okay. Battlecat, I'm sorry, but I can't get the results. And now... Okay. Oh my lord. You got them? Okay, thank God. For some reason, my game does not like loading. at least that part. Anyway, what I will do. Okay, currently we have P1, P2 here. We're currently waiting for P3. I'm not sure if P3 will join. Or we'll see. Hopefully P3 joins. We'll just give it another 2 minutes. And then we'll start. Okay, I think while we wait, we will just start. So we'll start with Sheldon. If Sheldon's here. Little Sheldon, are you present by any chance? Oh, it looks like you are here.
Hello? Is it
Hello,
working?
good
Can you hear me
sir.
clearly?
Yeah, we can hear you. Congratulations on the P2 in I believe it was P2 qualifying and P2 in the race. So congratulations on that. Talk us through the dry rain transition because a lot of drivers seem to struggle during that part of the race.
I felt pretty good on the mediums during the wet, actually. Yeah, then I just had to pit because it was getting a bit too hard. Then the safety car came out and screwed me over
Yeah,
when I was
we
about to overtake for the lead.
saw that on stream. I believe one of his back markers took out one of the front runners and then hit the wall later on in the lap. Just the right time for two drivers of Scotty and Toys to box for inters. But after that safety car, it looked like it was fine. We caught on stream. It looked like you again held up just before the start of the safety car by a little bit of brake checking, but it looked fine from our angle. Just talk us through the restart and how you felt.
That was my fault. Yeah, I just got too eager on the throttle. He didn't brake check, he didn't speed up. I just tried to get the jump. That was on me.
Okay, so I was talking about this from the race. I was actually quite worried because I did see it happen at basically 2 laps at the towards the end. 2 people got punches, but how much were you managing your tires during the whole race? Because 2 drivers, believe Darkend and Mercedes, got punctures.
By the end of it, I ended up 78 on the rear left, yeah, and I didn't notice until like it was like the longest last 5 laps of my life, just praying for the tires to hold up.
Yes, we got Imola next week. How do you feel about Imola? Imola also being a sprint weekend, I believe. Just give me a second. Imola is also a sprint weekend, so how do you feel about that?
I don't really like Imola, but we'll see how we go. And the sprint, yeah, we'll see.
Well,
Never know what happened.
congratulations on your P2 amazing pace. Surprised that you stayed out with that wing damage, but probably
Yeah, I was
didn't affect.
faster than most people with that wing damage on, actually.
Probably didn't affect you that much. Congratulations on the P2, and we'll see you in Imola.
Alright, thanks. See ya.
So Loading Rifle did end up joining while I was doing the interview. So we'll jump to Loading Rifle.
Hello.
Congratulations on the P3. Tier 2 reserve. Well, Tier 3 driver reserving for Tier 2, and you finished P3. So you got a bit more Tier 2 promotion speculation happening. Just talk us
Um,
through the wet, because you were quite quick, sitting behind your teammate the whole way.
um, the quality in the dry wasn't the best. It's running more downforce to prepare for the wet, and it worked because half the grid crashed out anyway. I don't think I did like a proper on-track overtake that whole race. People were just making mistakes and crashing.
Now, your teammate Dark and Shadows, who was in front of you for the last, basically all the way until the last 5 laps, ended up getting a puncture. Just let us know, were you managing your tires at all? Because
Um,
Checker Flag did come in and say you were 20% lower than what he was.
I wasn't managing, but I do think Dark End was caught up in quite a bit, so he had, I saw he was sliding around a lot, so that probably helped his tires die faster. But unfortunate with the puncture from him.
Well, hopefully, this tier 2 result sparks good news for promotion. Maybe, maybe not. You probably want to stay tier 3 for the championship fight, I assume.
And
Um,
now at least, yeah.
Next week, Imola, sprint weekend. How do you feel about it?
Well, I won't be here for tier 2 next week, but track limits will be awful.
Well, I believe you will have a lot of people watching you in tier 3 next week. But congrats on the P3. It did look like it was going to be a third, fourth for RB until Darken had those issues. But congratulations on the P3.
Thank you. Have a good night.
And we'll jump to our race winner, Blurs, who got a bit lucky, if I do say so myself, with some crashes in front of him. Blurs qualified pretty well. I believe you qualified third, fourth, if I'm not mistaken. And your first stint looked flawless until you put on the hard tires for the rain.
Yeah, I just a just a fucking stupid error from me. I actually even got in front of Lil Sheldon out of the pit stop, so I came in second and came out first, and I just had to put on the hard tires to make it that much harder for myself. So yeah, I mean that is what it is, but I mean I kind of got that gifted on a plate. I didn't have to overtake about 4 cars that were in front of me because they just took each other out. But yeah, fucking super happy with that. I was sweating those in last however many laps, like 15, 10 laps with fucking 80%. I think I finished on 81% on the rear left. So yeah, touch and go definitely.
Yeah, a lot of believe when the rain started, what about lap 5, lap 6? So about almost 30-ish laps on the inters. That's basically borderline puncture. Two drivers did get punctures. I believe it was Dark End and um, Drop Bear getting punctures. Drop Bear actually managing to just nurse it home with the puncture. But yeah, you put on those hards. You pitted again. Kept it out of trouble. As you said, you saw people been in it. Did you ever think a wind was on in the rain? Because the rain, you kind of had to have a pace advantage to pass.
Um, nah, not really. I was sitting behind Battlecat and Scotty for a while. I was like, shit, this is just gonna be how my race is. But they made a little bit of a mistake, and I managed to get a pass on those two, and then I was just sitting in that train, and I don't know if Mertz had wing damage or something, but he was just so slow. We ended up being a train from first to like 12th or something like that. It was such a long train.
I can confirm that I believe every car, well, almost every car, except two, had damage.
Yeah, yeah. I think I ended up picking up some damage from that from Darkened and Letter P spinning. I picked up like I think it was light green, so a little bit, but not too bad to make me lose heaps and heaps of pace. But
Well,
yeah, after that I was just trying to nurse once I got to the lead. Just try put a bit of a gap, but also trying to nurse the tires kind of thing.
Well, as I said to the other two gentlemen, Imola next week, and it's also a sprint weekend. Are you? How are you looking? Because it is a track notorious for track limits, especially at the chicane, where you have to jump the curb.
Yeah, I like the track, but I don't like the track limits. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Well, we will see you next week, and we will wish you luck. Congrats on the P1, and hopefully you do your practice, because next week will be a sprint weekend. I believe, from memory, the tire allocations is a bit messed up, but it's all fine. Anyway, congrats on P1. Enjoy the win, and we shall see you next week.
Yeah, cheers. Have a good night.
Okay, that wraps us up for Inter's Tier 2 at Zandvoort. We got in Tier 1 tomorrow at same start time as today. Not sure who's actually doing the commentary, actually. I think JP is commentating, but I'm not sure who else is commentating with JP. Yes, so Tier 1, be sure to tune in for that, because that's the quickest of the league, or the quickest drivers of the league taking Zandvoort. Hopefully it does not rain for the Tier 1 drivers, or it's actually going to be just a massive long train with no passes. Anyway, that's us done. Thank you to the drivers for joining the lobby and putting this race together. Thank you to the admins for organizing this league. We wouldn't be here without admins, of course. Yeah, and that is us done. We will JP will see you guys tomorrow, and I will see you next week for Tier 2 at Imola. And without further ado, we will catch you guys in the next one.